7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Public comment.
We welcome everyone here tonight for the public comment part of our Morganton City Council meeting, November 3rd, 2014. Kelly.
Don Bailey.
Don Bailey, 207 Moss Corner. For reference, in just a second I'm going to hand Ms. Russell copies of your information. On the last 3 pages are defined our legal rights as citizens under the U.S. Constitution, North Carolina Constitution, North Carolina General Statutes about what we're going to address here this evening. The public comment memo has not been recalled. We're just going to go ahead and go through our procedures as we normally do with you as a group. Due to the serious ethical and legal questions that citizens have for the last year, the mayor has been asked to go over specific questions that have not been investigated, we've not been reported back to, particularly the city employee, the elected official, and his 2 cronies who contacted my wife and threatened her. Wasted a lot of time. We're waiting for your answers. Therefore, to expedite the process, in your packet you also have a calendar where you will be asked to have a meeting, a public meeting, here in the chamber, and we'll let Mr. Contrell work through the process as the mayor pro tem. Also, on the second issue that will be addressed in the memo, that unfortunately the questions addressed in September the 8th and October the 6th concerning the mayor's activities with a thing called non-profit, we have not been responded to. Therefore, it's further unfortunate that we have to bring up the following subject matter. Mayor took an oath of office. One of the basic cores is to understand the U.S. Constitution, and the U.S. tax code is one of the federal laws. Public hearing will need to be addressed for the ethical and legal oath of office, code of conduct questions concerning the activities of the elected official mayor as well as the registered agent of the nonprofit, Mr. Mel Coleman. In the packet, you will also have pictures where there are 2 trailers with city tags that have information for the nonprofit on the side. The U.S. tax code works very simply. You either answer the questions correctly or you answer them fraudulently. The definition comes, is it civil or criminal fraud? I have had the pleasure of working with the IRS when I retired, so I have a pretty good understanding where I'm coming from on this subject. 2013, 2012, 2011 nonprofit forms 990, which are IRS standard forms, have a minimum of 36 questions per year that were answered no. In fact, everything was answered no on the Form 990s, when over 36 questions per year should have been answered yes. There's some serious information that was left off or has been withheld. We therefore will request a public hearing to protect the mayor, Ms. Jablonski, and the other 13 members of this nonprofit so they can come in, testify, and give their own information. Also, in contacting the U.S. Postal Inspectors, they also want to know if mail fraud.
Your time has expired.
Also, talked with the Social Security Administration. They've expressed the same concern, along with the U.S. Attorney General's office in Charlotte. I think by now you should understand the seriousness of what we're talking about. Thank you for your time.
Richard Harrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few additional comments and questions to ask tonight. What is your legal authority for taking the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution as far as 71 questions from last December through tonight? Please explain. As of this meeting, the elected officials have not voided their public comment rules that violate citizens' rights under the U.S. Constitution, North Carolina Constitution, in which they do not address or answer the public's inquiries. Your constitutional laws have been provided more than 4 times in the last 12 months. Why do you still ignore local ordinances 2-8001, 8002, 8003, 8004, 2-7154, and 1-1005 for violations for use of cable system? These local ordinances have been provided over 6 times since March of this year. When did city government lose control of the founding principles of our government, which is government of the people, by the people, for the people? City of Morganton's website providing our governmental organizational chart shows that each of the elected officials on this council serve 525,600 minutes a year, 0 minutes for any dialogue from any citizen. What is your legal authority for the action that has gone on for years? Councilman Thompson, Fleming, Simmons, Cantrell, City Attorney, City Manager, Mayor. I would point out too as well that in the News Herald today, there's a story about something that's taking place at the meeting where you do reference city codes and ordinances that you will take action on in some form thereabouts. Also, why do you for 30 years violate the U.S. Constitution, First Amendment, separation of church and state? New holiday season has started. Citizens are waiting for religious symbols to be put on city property for the 31st year. This issue has been addressed by citizens for the last 12 months. No response from elected officials about that either. Thank you.
Mr. Garrison, can you tell me your address, please?
105 Kimberly Drive here in Morganton.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aziz Omer.
Dr. Aziz Omer, 101 Urbandale Lane. We're here to talk about the North Carolina Department of Commerce ranks 40 counties in this state that have been the most distressed economies as Tier 1 status. This is based on per capita income, unemployment rate, and population growth. Burke County, in which the city of Morganton is a county seat, of course, has been designated as a Tier 1 county since 2007. For that last 7 years and counting, the economy here continues to get worse. Burke County's median household income is $37,440, which is $5,195 less than the state's average. Even more troubling in Burke County's poverty rate is 33%. Between 2003 and 2010, the poverty rate in our area exceeded the state's rate 7 years in a row. Burke County population rate has been declining every year since the year 2000. The net employment growth in our area between 2007 and 2010 was minus 3.9%. That's negative 3.9%. This reflects the numerous job losses we have sustained. In excess of 550 plus have been lost. Between 2000 and 2010, the total percent of residents in our area, the poverty increased by 81.6%. During this time frame, the poverty rate for the African Americans increased an unbelievable 125%. Burke County is the only county along the I-40 corridor, all the way from Wilmington, Tennessee, that has been designated by our state, the state of North Carolina, as Tier 1 distressed community. Tier 1 does not stand for sponsorship of the Mayor's Festival for First Place Prize. It's a label of the lowest distinction that is troubling for those of us who actually care about our community. Mayor Melcone had himself recognized as the best elected official in Burke County. Congratulations, Mayor, for this achievement. You should be proud of what you brought to our community. In terms of the statistics, though, brought here forth, you are a failure for the people of Morganton. Despite the drop in population, our health problems are on the rise. In April 2013, the Center for Disease Control, known as CDC, reported that the number of new cases of diabetes in our area, Burke County, has increased a whopping 60% from 2004 to 2010. The CDC has labeled us as having epidemic proportions of diabetes and obesity. We're also in an inordinate amount of abuse issues in Morgan. This all relates back to our infamous designation as being one of the top 5 miserable places to live in America due to hopelessness, joblessness. In the survey done in 2013 by Blue Ridge Healthcare, 46% of the claimed that our area is a very difficult place to earn a living or even find a job to survive. 73% of our people claim that poverty in our area is a top issue as per Blue Ridge Healthcare 2013 survey. 80% of people surveyed believe that I'm just going to finish the rest of this. 73% stated that lack of affordable health care insurance and health care are major problems. This stems from Walmart and Morganton Heights type of jobs that offer no benefits to hard-working employees.
Your time has expired.
All right. Well, you get the message.
Larry Thurston.
I'm going to mention something here I'm very concerned about. I've been doing a little research here on this cable TV commission up here in Morgan.
What do you reside in? State your name and address, please.
I'm sorry, Larry Thurston, 3911 Brandon Street. Forgot to do that. On section 2-8003 under the Municipal Cable Television System Administration, it says no elected official, including the mayor and or any member of the city council of the city or any appointed official shall influence or seek to influence the operation of the cable television system for personal or private gain, for partisan political purposes, or for a personal political purpose. And page 118 of the city code, under the powers and privileges of the municipal commission, letter B, section 27154, privileges, section B is what it is, programming. The commission shall make all decisions concerning programming to be provided by the municipal cable television system, and such decisions shall not be reviewable by nor subject to the approval of the city council or any other elected official, the city manager, or any staff person in the employment of the city, and such decisions shall be final and rendered by the commission. Now, it seems like to me, this crowd up here, folks, that governs the city of Morgan, has violated its own code here by doing away with televising the public comment section up here. Only the cable commission has that authority when it comes to programming up here, not you. You folks created the commission as an advisory board. I know that. They're very limited on their powers, but there's one power they have that you cannot override, and that is the programming. I just got through reading here. So it just seemed like to me we've got a mayor up here, and he's the one that initiated this vote last year anyway. He's the one that initiated this change to do away with televising the public comment. This mayor up here does not want transparency. You do not want transparency because you're afraid that somebody up here, you can't take it when somebody criticizes you. Constructive criticism is what I'm talking about. You can't take it, Mayor. I said it over it. You got thin skin. You act like you the boss hog of this community up here. But basically what you are is nothing but a little shriek-shivering, little shaky pig.
Mr. Thurston,
Yeah.
you gave your address and you indicated it was your mailing address or residence was Morganton.
Yeah.
Do you live in the city limits of Morganton?
No, I live outside, 9/10 of a mile outside the city. What difference does that make? I got a right to come up here and talk to you.
You sure
I'm concerned
do?
about what happens in Burke County, and that man up there in the center up there wants to run the whole county. He runs the city, but he wants to run the whole county too.
That's not the question I asked. You've answered my question.
Well, I gave it to you a while ago.
There were no other speakers signed up.
Recess, we will recess the public comment time. Come back in a little bit, yeah. I guess it's 16.
Okay, we're clear.
It's not working.